Hello everyone. What a wonderful day for a walk. So I've been reading the comment sections. I've been just checking it out and seeing what's down there. So someone wanted to hear the Cockney accent. So when I'm doing Jason Statement, I'll do it like this, you know what I mean? The Jason Statement. Oh, we got Michael Caine. Michael Caine reads a book. He says, if I'm on the first page and last page, I'll do the movie. Russell Brand, he's like, Russell Brand, he's going to sing like that. You say, yeah, you know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. So I didn't work on that very much. So I was just out walking. And we're going this way, Mind Jacker. Tough luck for you. Ha 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 ha. So I like to talk about how I got mind jacked. I've been asking around. I said, did someone invade your mind? They're talking to you all the time, telling you what to do, telling you what to do. I prayed to Jesus. He told me to invade Afghani Ranishani. You know what I'm talking about? So we just did that again. They don't like what I'm saying, and sometimes they take over my voice, especially when I'm on camera. When I'm on camera, they just say, Steve, we know you're not good enough to do this, so we're going to take it over for you. I used to not be able to do very many accents, impressions, and whatnot. So I said, last September, they helped me. They helped me do things. I couldn't do false got very well, and that helped me do them. So me and Jenny went out the other day, and she's a nice little gal. We're having fun with me and Bubba. We went to the moon once. Jen said she wanted a moonstone, so we went out to the moon. Me and Lieutenant Dan went out there, and we got lots of moonstones. And up in space, you don't need no legs. So Lieutenant Dan, he said the government lots of money. We don't know where that money went though. Probably into the Vietnam War. That's what we're guessing. Jen didn't like the moonstone. We brought it back, and she said, "This is just some old rock you probably just found in Antarctica." I don't believe. She doesn't believe in the moon landing, so she's not a big fan of the government. I'm not a big fan of the government. I don't know. I've mentioned that. I don't know if it's. I think it's real. If they ask me. But they also, I used to look into all this conspiracy stuff. They said it's kind of a waste of my time. But that's what I'm good at. Wasting my time, wasting your time. We're wasting your time with this video. Unless you like entertainment. Unless you like looking at a nice, handsome young man. It's funny when people say you're a young, handsome young man. Like, I'm 40 years old. But I'll take the compliment anyway. Thank you, darling. Yeah, age is just a number. That's one thing the mind jackers love to tell me is that, it's just a number. So let's see what I wrote down today. So they're giving me the because I have a mind interface, and it's like a lesser mind interface right now where they can have me talk to someone if they want. They usually just talk to me with no visuals, but they can see, that's the thing. When they first started talking to me, it was visuals. I was getting visuals. I was seeing Mary, I was seeing the Father, I was seeing Jesus, these demons and other. Yeah. And it's not just visions, it's like energies, like they can tap your energy down, drain all your energy if they want. Give you energy too. They could help me walk. They could make it so it's like I can barely walk. They're like, I'm like, I can barely move. Caught the bed chap again. All right, gotta know this off real quick. Yeah, was Mrs. Doubtfire Scottish? Ooh, wee little body. I thought she was a wee little mom. I was like, that's Scottish, isn't it? But she said she was from England. So we're gonna have to figure that one out. See, I have discussions with the mindjackers about movies, and then they usually say, well, it's just a movie. you can sit there and pick it apart all day long. Because I was like, they kind of have to make people look bad in order to have violence done against them in a movie. Because like you don't want to see good people get harmed in a movie. So they kind of got to make people look bad. Yeah. They said I can just touch on this topic real quick here. Like no one to blame. Like I shouldn't blame anyone. Shouldn't blame God. Shouldn't be for like genetic stuff and like, you know, why I'm here, why I exist. Shouldn't be angry at. But it's different for each person, like what they need. Because it's like, you know, if there was just one system, one size fits all, then I'm pretty sure we'd adopt that, you know. They don't like that, what I said. They don't like anything I say. They don't think this is good. And sometimes they'll just take me over. Usually I kind of invite them to take over. I don't know how that works. But they say there's no one. It's not an entity, not a thing. That's why I call it the mind interface. Because like we all have a mind, but you can't see your mind. Let's get in a debate with people and say you have to prove it. I go, I can't prove I have a mind. Or I'm having thoughts. Can you do that? I don't know. Maybe I could prove I have brain activity. I've got a moist jelly up there. It says one atheist. I go, I don't know. I just call it my brain. I don't know. An organ. I don't know what it is. They talk about where's consciousness located. That's another. Located. It's kind of a weird concept. Because we're just experiencing it. We're just feeling it. We're just living it. Where are you located? I'd like to track you down. How about that? Yeah. Okay, let's go to the next thing. So let's talk about the bad stuff. Mindjacker, is that okay? They said, yes, Steve, go right ahead. We love you very much. We love you very much. They don't love me. Okay. They love me. We're not getting to that. We're getting into my life, though. My life, folks. We ain't got to stay out of jail at all costs. Yeah, but we talked about how the justice system sucks. And that, so I didn't commit a crime. They're explaining this to me. There's a difference between a crime. You know, like you don't see the 10 Commandments. Thou shalt not violate an order from the government. It's not in there. Rosa Parks, or, you know, like all these people, they violated an order or some kind of, they didn't commit a crime. Not like we think of a crime, you know, like, you know, hurting someone. How about that? Taking their stuff. They want me to use soft language on this one, so they don't like me using real negative language. But I violated an order by the government. And nobody thinks it's an immoral thing, like I did something wrong. It's just the government can give someone an order. They can choose to follow it or not follow it. So just like I could give you an order right now. Leave a like, share, and comment down there. If you don't, I'm sending the government after you. A violent army. The Red Army is coming after you, folks. When I get back in power, folks, you're gonna love it. Right after my stint in jail. I don't think he's going to jail. They said it might take like years and years. And I said, what's a speedy trial that I'm supposedly guaranteed? Because they dragged that on for 8 months. I'd come back every month, request a trial. They'd say, come back next month. They did that for 8 months. And the lawyer I had said I didn't know what a trial was. So he had me go to some lady. I don't even know who she is or what. But she says I'm dehumanizing my victims. I go, I'm not even charged with a crime. Dehumanize, yeah, there are these, let's call them radicals that get into the government. And I don't know, I didn't even know what her role was. I have no clue. To see if I'm mentally fit for trial. Mentally fit for trial. Yikes. But they said I'm fine to date other women, but I'm not mentally fit for trial. So figure that one out. Yeah, see, the whole thing is it's just a convoluted mess. Because they'll say you're a delusional person. You're totally out of touch with reality. And you should never, ever speak to this woman, but try dating other women. I go, what? Send them over. Send them over. We'll just speed date them all. How about that? I'll speed date all the women and then get it over real quick. Quicker the better. Yeah, hurry it up, hurry it up. We got to get this over with. That was a joke. But everyone knows I'm kind of a humorist, kind of a joker here. I don't go up on a stage. The world's my stage. I get more laughs at a real stage, but okay. Whew. Yeah, so they ordered me to go to therapy because they wanted me to have remorse for my victims. And I said, like, if I go, I told this to the probation officer, I go, I'm just going to have the therapist write a note about how this is all wrong and this is all evil. And you're not helping anyone. You're not helping me. You're not helping the woman. You're not helping anyone. See, that's what a bad decision is. It's not benefiting anyone. See, that's why we need to care about each other. We should. Can't force it though. Can't force anyone to care. That is. But I say when I feel good, then I want to help other people. See, that's the thing. It's like if I feel good, then I want to spread that joy to the next person. See that? How that works? So it's like, I'm sure everyone gets that. If I feel down, I don't feel like picking up trash. Have a great run.
Hey, thank you.
They taught me that during the Enlightenment. They called it catcalling when I yell out something, but it's not, it's a positive thing. Like I yell something, you're beautiful. You're wonderful. I can say that now. Before I couldn't ever compliment people. I like giving compliments, so. Well, let's talk about more crap in my life. How about that? That no one wants to hear about. But hey, it's my life. It'll be turned into a movie someday, and then everyone will be watching that. A movie, a book, I don't know. A coloring book, probably. I don't know. Who knows? All right, so I got fined for calling 911 when I had this guy where I live is really bad. Come threaten me, harass me. If I called 911 on him, and the operator is saying, just stay behind, and he's banging on they can hear him banging, they can hear him yelling. I thought that would be evidence that he's, violent. And they said, no, it's not. And they fined me. They gave me 3 fines because I don't know how many times I called. Probably not that many. But what are you supposed to do? If let's say you're a vulnerable adult or you're in a bad situation, parents won't come pick me up, that's for sure. They don't care if I get tortured. My dad filed down my teeth. He doesn't care about me. But he says, oh, I care. I wouldn't listen to you if I didn't care. And I go, I'm not looking for someone to just listen. Not my parents. They would call that neglect. Yeah, well, my parents listen to me. They just never help me at all. They filed down my teeth. Lied to put me in a mental ward. They said I broke a gun in half. And I said, which way? I say the long way. That's what I said. I didn't break a gun. I don't know where they came up with that. They just made up a bunch of stuff about me because they have to justify it. See, they can't just say, oh, we filed down his teeth, he's in pain, and he doesn't, you know, he's upset and depressed. They have to say he's violent, he's destroying the house, he's breaking guns, he's screaming at his sister. They have to say all this stuff. And I go, if I was screaming at my sister for hours on end, so like she can't like move or she can't, and my voice doesn't get tired. Like I'm trying to use logic and they're like, they don't, that's the problem in our world is people cannot use logic at all. They cannot think at all. They got nothing going on upstairs, folks, nothing. It doesn't matter if you point out how absurd it is. And it doesn't matter if you point out there's no evidence that it happened. They have a magic word called doesn't matter. They're in power. They told me tough S will do whatever we want to. That's why I don't like Miller Dwan. I don't like mental wards. I don't like jails. I don't like because their attitude is we gotcha. And we're going to do whatever we want to. They purposely put on handcuffs that hurt and that cause bruises. They do that on purpose. I go, like, you could easily restrain someone without harming them, without causing bruises. But they want you to suffer because they know you're the bad guy. That's what they tell me. We know you're the bad guy. You're the criminal. Like, I'm not breaking any laws. Haven't broke any laws. But that doesn't... The people telling lies, that's a crime. To file make false claims. But the government doesn't care. And it's hard to fight back. That's what the mind jackers, they say you got to try to fight back even if you can't win. Because I feel depressed. Like I say, I can't win. Like they have all the power. They have all the control. I have no support. I have no friends, family. No one cares. They said I should just end it. You'll never get what you want. I go, well, but they also said people will hang on. They will just hang on and they will do what they want. So that's kind of the paradox in our world. The world could be a lot better. Let's just say that if people, but they don't want that. See that? See, they can't fix that problem because every conversation I have with them, it usually comes back to they don't want to. But they say it's stupid because they said your dad doesn't want to wreck your life. But he wrecks your life, see? And then he doesn't want to correct it. But he doesn't want you to sit in a room and suffer. He doesn't want you to do bad things. But he doesn't want to fix it. They said that's stupid. They said they should just help. And I said, well, if I had a son or daughter, and they said, well, everything is speculation. If you always say, if this happened, they said, maybe, I don't know. If you lived in 1930s Germany, would you, what would you be doing? It's like, I think everyone was bad in the past. I don't know. And I think everyone's not doing what they should be doing. How about that? Keep it that. I wouldn't be making these videos if my life was going well. And I wouldn't be on my hands and knees begging God to help me. You think people... I don't know. It's like, I guess some people, sometimes they say people get up to the top. They get everything they want in life. That's kind of the story, not the story of the Buddha, but... And they get up there and they say, what else is there? That's why it's... George Lucas said this, it's like when you help other people, that's what the Jedi were. The Sith were about self-service. The Jedi were about serving others. So... See, I guess that's two main things in our world, You gotta serve somebody. It might be the devil, or it might be the Lord, but you gotta serve somebody. Well, I'm serving them all right now by skating down a hill. Yeah, gets a little slippery out here. Gee, I wish I could read my notes. They flip, like the wind and all this. One sec here. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. Hey, good news, everyone. We're all enlightened. We're all rich. We're all millionaires. As soon as that check comes in the mail. Oh, da, 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 yeah. Can I mention? They said they don't think anyone's going to care what I say on here. So might as well say it. Here's a guy. Well, let's say hi to him. Hello. There's my doggy. Hope you have a good day. Yeah.
Take it easy.
That guy, he takes his dog out for walks. See him out here often. Let's think about what we're talking about. You know what I mean? So we're working on an accent here. We're working on something here. Paul McCartney, man, he told me a lot of lessons, you know, back in the Beatles, you know. He said, you know, we got to work it out, you know, man. We can work it out, you know, except for when we couldn't. Then we had to break it up, you know, man. You know, that's what you got to do. You got to do what you got to do, man, you know. Lost some pride, he talks like this. He's got kind of an open mouth when he talks, and he just says, you know, that's the thing, you know, it's about the government. He's, you know, it's just, you know, there's COVID shot, you know, he's always like that, you know, he's always kind of got more an open mouth thing going on there. They helped me with that. They helped me do those impressions. And when I say they, I don't know who it is. I thought it was God, darling. I thought it was God doing it. It's wonderful. He's wonderful. He's wonderful to me. They said, I had a conversation with Mindjacker. They said, we don't know what the world would look like if there was a God. But there's phenomena. I said there's phenomenon that it seems like there's a God, because it's like, how do people get healed? Sometimes there's some kind of miraculous event, or nobody knows for sure. And I watch all these videos about Christianity and whatnot. What was I talking about? We're only, yeah. What was happening in the tomb? No, I don't think I've ever asked anyone ever about this. They don't think I should say it, but like when he was risen in the tomb, like did he get up, or did God like pop in there and like prop him up or something? Like nobody knows. Oh, I always thought that everyone had a spirit, and that the spirit left at the moment of death. That's what I thought. And that, so I was like, well, he wasn't even, that's what I thought the whole time. I was like, but he wasn't even in that. Nobody's in their body after they die. That's what a near-death experience is. They don't even need to die. They're just in surgery or something, and they pop out and they're watching that thing from a third-person point of view. They're watching it over the shoulders, and they can't communicate. From all my knowledge, they can't interact or communicate. So that's why I believed it was a spirit. But then I'm like, who's moving my bed? Because then there's all this spirit phenomenon where they're moving objects and moving my hand, you know. You don't mind I do. I'm not, I let it happen. If they said, am I doing it? I said, I'm just letting it happen. I just let it and see what it does. I did that puppet. I did that on the Jeff Mara. I said, let's see if I can replicate it right here, folks, for you. So I had, I said, here's my little puppet. Timothy Frog here. Are you doing it or me doing it? Who's doing this? I love you very much. See, I'll just let it do whatever it wants to do here. See, it's just, I'm just letting it be. Let it be, let it be. It's licking me. It's looking at me. Timothy Frog, I love you. Let's go sit in a pond. It's just staring at me now. Stop staring. Stop staring, little puppet. We're having a staring contest. I will defeat you. Okay, enough of that. Enough of the puppet stuff. No one knows what's going on in reality. No one knows what goes on in reality. We all wish we could get what we want, but sometimes you get what you need. I like singing, I just wish I was better at it. Not too good, folks. Not too good. They don't like, it's funny when I talk to them, but it's my audience that I care about, not the mind jackers. Fuck the mind jackers. You guys can go mind jack someone else. Leave me alone. Yeah, because I'd say, like, I don't want to get revenge on people, but I want them to see the error of their ways. I want them to apologize. I said, I wish I could sick the mind jackers on them and get them, folks. Go on, get them. All right. Maybe do some Matthew McConaughey. I just thought I'd be out here driving my little Lincoln, driving out through the woods here. Pretty nice little guy we got going here. It's just real great. It's real great. Love it. All right. I was just thinking of, like, impressions I haven't done in a while. Oh, Mary, it's Jimmy Stewart here. I just love the weather out here in Bedford Falls. It's wonderful. Have you met my friend Harvey? He's an invisible rabbit. He helped me escape the insane asylum. Mary, thank you, Harvey, for that. Oh, Sean Connery. There's many ways to do a Scottish accent. You could do the Sean Connery. JP Morgan. JP, maybe we'll go over to Johnny Carson. Johnny, take it away. That's like the DJ. Radio show host DJ. Your top 40 hits. Number 1 coming at ya. The man with the golden voice. I always watch these videos and I say, what's so good about him? And they say, nothing. What's so good about this guy? What's so good about Robin Williams? Oh, hey, Robin Williams. No, ooh, hey. They usually just say they just do what they want to do. That's what they tell me. Because they say, what's so good about him? I read the comments and they say, he's just the best person in the world. He's so lovely and wonderful. Look at his energy. He's just got so much energy and he's just pumped up and he does, oh, hey, and he just comes up and says, oh, hey, hoo, ha, da-da-da-da-dee. Yeah, I don't know what I've got enough energy to do that wonderful stuff he does. Wonderful stuff. He's so wonderful. I love him. Like I said, in one of those phases, I got to talk to all these comedians. I even had a dream with Bob Saget, where it's like he was hugging me, and he's like, he was my dad growing up. Watching that show, Full House. He was kind of like America's dad. He was a great father to me. Bob, I love you wherever you are. Yeah, it was George Carlin, and I was really confused by that. It was George Carlin in hell. It depends who you ask. Let's just say that. But in part of my enlightenment phase, he was down there he was telling jokes down in hell, and they said, part of it was they had to work through my comedy. And the problem with comedy is that it's not easy to be funny, but it's easy to get, just use vulgarity to get laughs. Because I went to an open mic night and one guy getting no laughs, and it's silence, and he just yells F. And people laugh. And I go, yeah, that's all you got to do. Things aren't going well, just yell, God. People, it's like, it's playing on that humor. I had a dream where I was an impractical joker, too. Of course, I've had all these dreams where, like, I'm part of the club. Part of the clique. Part of the club. Part of the funny guys. Funny guys, 1940s, yeah, kid? You want to join up with us? We'll make it something big, you see? You and me, we're gonna get together. It's like Muggsy. Muggsy here. Oh, what else do we got? What else do we got out here, folks? I don't think it matters what I do. It's wonderful. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Yeah, at one point they were talking about my impressions. And they like the English impression that I do. They like that one, darling. And this one. I said, this one is funny if you like to be goofy and just very sassy with people. They also worked on my Scottish accent. They wanted to see if I could pass for a Scottish person up there. I know I've got a few Scottish viewers. I tried to do my Brill accent as best I can out here. And I identify, like, yeah, the more you do impressions, the more you realize. It's the same with probably anything. The more you do it, the more little inflections you see here and there. And some people just have a knack or a gift for it. I don't know. And you don't have, that's another thing. I heard Jeff say that on his, we're at 31 minutes, so I'm going to start figuring out how to end this. Wow! Oh, hey, Scoobs, we got to end this soon. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. We got to end it soon, folks. Yeah, you don't have to get injured. Like there's this phenomenon where people will get injured and then they'll gain some ability, but I don't think you have to get injured to gain an ability, though. Or some kind of acquired savant syndrome or something. I think I've acquired something. Let's have written exactly what I've acquired here. I've acquired very much deep south, from the south here. From the deep south. Well, we're at 32 minutes. Time to end this thing. We're going to end this thing now, I think. Time to end it. But I love you all. I love you so much. Have a great day.